Nuttallburg was one of almost 50 towns that sprang up along the New River in response to a growing nation's need for coal. In 1870, England-born entrepreneur John Nuttall saw opportunity in the coal-rich New River Gorge and began buying land and building infrastructure along the Keeney's Creek drainage. When the Chesapeake and Ohio Railway was completed through the gorge in 1873, the town was ready for its arrival. Nuttallburg became the second mining town in the New River Gorge to ship the smokeless coal, processed from a mineral seam hundreds of feet above the river corridor and shipped to industrial cities hundreds of miles away. The town of Nuttallburg is located near the New River. The New River is a rugged, whitewater river flowing northward through the deep canyons. The New River is among the oldest rivers on the continent. The New River Gorge is also home to some of the country's best whitewater rafting and is also one of the most popular climbing areas on the East Coast with over 1,400 established rock climbs. Getting to Nuttallburg is an adventure. Visitors must ascend from off-the-beaten-path Winona for 4.1 miles on a narrow, winding, and steep Keeney Creek Road. The road dead ends into a tiny parking lot at Nuttallburg. The coal camp was developed by John Nuttall, an Englishman who came to the United States in 1849. He started mines in western Pennsylvania before being attracted to West Virginia. He acquired 1,500 acres and started 2 mines. Nuttallburg features a tipple where coal was sorted before being loaded onto rail cars, and a 1,385-foot conveyor belt that was used to haul coal from the mine 600 feet above. The conveyor belt, built in 1926, could handle 125 tons of coal per hour. It operated by gravity and was the longest coal conveyor belt in the world when it was built. Nuttallburg was a very busy mining community by the turn of the century, continuing to thrive after Nuttall's death in 1897 under the direction of his heirs. The town became the focus of national attention in the 1920s, when, in an effort known as vertical integration to gain control of all aspects of production, automobile industrialist Henry Ford leased the town's 2 mines to provide coal for his company's steel mills. The Fordson Coal Company made many improvements to the mine and town during the 8-year tenure, but Ford's plan for vertical integration failed when it became evident that he could neither control nor afford to buy the railroad that was responsible for the transportation of coal his mines produced. He sold interest in the Nuttallburg mines in 1928. In 1998, the Nuttall family transferred ownership of Nuttallburg to the National Park Service. The site was inventoried, documented, and in 2005, listed on the National Register of Historic Places. In 2011, the National Park Service completed a multi-year project that involved clearing vegetation and stabilizing structures. Today, it is considered one of the most intact examples of a coal mining complex in West Virginia and one of the most complete coal-related industrial sites in the United States. Nuttallburg is a nationally significant protected historic site. Also, while visiting, you will find large pieces of equipment laying around throughout the park. While you are walking around, you will find remains of old structures, such as this landing on one side of the river for the bridge that connected the communities, or several stone foundations where homes used to be constructed. A short hike from the end of the road downstream into the town of Nuttallburg will lead you to the coke ovens and many other structures that are part of the National Park Service restoration of the old town. Coal used in the steelmaking process is in the form of coke. Coke is coal with all of its impurities removed. This process requires baking the coal in an airless furnace or an oven. The resulting product is mostly pure carbon and burns very hot and is virtually smokeless. Much of the coal mined in the gorge was of the quality to produce coke, since the impurities comprised much of the weight of the product. It was cheaper to bake them out before shipping the coal to the steel foundries. This means there were hundreds of coke ovens in the gorge at one point. Along with the ovens, these areas also have many other visible structures from coal mining of the past. If your adventures land you anywhere near Nuttallburg, I highly recommend it's one of your destinations.